the masses.
I'm coming at you with an exciting new presentation and format for videos. So I hope you guys like it, and let me know if you do or don't. You better, because it's cool. Anyway, today we're going to talk about the nodal shift. The lunar nodes are shifting into new signs tomorrow, the 18th of January. It's a Tuesday, and it should be shifting about 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're going from Sagittarius to Scorpio and from Gemini to Taurus. This is huge because for the next 18 months, all of humanity is going to embody these energies. Now, it's important to recognize that the nodes are not north node here, south node there, but they represent an ecliptic line. They represent going from one energy to the other and how they connect. So we can't just look at it as Taurus north node, Scorpio south node. We have to look at the way that they go in and out of each other. I'd like to give a special shout out to one of my favorite astrologers ever, and someone who I believe their contributions to astrology will last millennia. Vic Takara. You can check him out at victakara.com, or I'm going to link to his YouTube channel. The North Node and the South Node. The North Node represents the future, where you're going. The South Node represents the past, or where we're coming from. The North Node is a new direction, and the South Node is going to be where you've been. Forwards for the North Node, backwards for the South Node. I want to take a second here to say, we don't ever want to move backwards in karma. We don't ever want to move backwards on our evolutionary path. It's just a terrible idea. The North Node path is hard. The South Node path is easy. We've already done it before. We know how. Same. The North Node is challenging because it's new. It's a new thing you've never done before. The South Node will come naturally because you've done it so many times. The North Node promotes growth, change, development. The South Node is stasis. It's not moving. It's being stuck. It will be new, exciting, chaotic. South Node will be familiar, comfortable, homey. The North Node is unstable because it's a path that hasn't been tread. The South Node, you will find its influence in compulsive behaviors. So the North Node is moving from Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Taurus is ruled by Venus. We're moving from mutable to fixed. Gemini is an air sign, which is a smart social sign. Air signs are all like that. Earth signs are stable and they yield tangible results. Gemini is very associated with communication, mainly in part to the mercurial rulership. Taurus is mainly concerned about things like value and beauty. Oh, I skipped ahead. Gemini uses logic, or they think things through. Taurus tends to feel Gemini moves fast and it changes all the time. Taurus is slow and stable. Generally likes to be comfortable and stay the same. Gemini has sort of an OCD mind state, like not just obsessive compulsive disorder in the normal tangible world the way that you would think, but they have like cycling thoughts, like the same thing goes around, and it's very energy consuming. Taurus, on the other hand, is very stubborn. They can be energy consuming too, but not the same way. They're stubborn to a fault. They will in the same spot or do the same thing infinitely, which is tough, especially with the South Node energy being something we're looking at. But luckily they're in the North Node, but we don't want to get stuck somewhere in the future and then not be able to move from there either. So just keep that in mind. Gemini can be considered two-faced, but I think it's just because they think so much that they can see things from both sides. And Taurus can be considered lazy, but I think that has a lot to do with them just being stuck or fixed, or they like to stay where they are. Gemini can be considered inventive intellect, and Taurus tangible prosperity. And those bottom ones are both from Vic Takara's report. And so is the whole format of what I'm showing you. Now, the South Node. We have Sagittarius being ruled by Jupiter, and we're moving into Scorpio, which is ruled by Mars or Pluto. So again, we're moving from a mutable sign to fixed. So from changing to stationary or stuck. I like to call Scorpio like a stagnant pond. Fixed water. So Sagittarius is a fire sign. They are spiritual and artistic. Scorpio is a water sign. It represents emotion and depth. Sagittarius exalts freedom. They need freedom. Scorpio likes to stay hidden. Sagittarius operates on wisdom, where Scorpio operates off of intuition. Sagittarius is positive. It's expansive. It likes to bring good energy and great abundance everywhere it goes. Scorpio is more of a digging, like an excavating type of thing. They like to get underneath the surface, and they're very psychological. Sagittarius can be loud, in your face. Scorpio can be obsessive, never letting something go. Sagittarius is basically like the guru who knows God, because Sagittarius rules the 9th house, which is our connection to spirit. And Scorpio could be considered the human that knows you, because even though they're not any different than you, they have keen insight, like a scalpel precision in figuring people out. Figuring out what is the underlying cause of something. What are we going to expect from the axis between Sagittarius and Gemini? We're going from Sag in the south node to Gemini in the north node. So we're going to be learning about communicating our higher, this is where we're coming from, the last 18 months. Communicating our higher spiritual ideas. Being adaptable. Pondering creation. All those things have come in abundance from the fucking pandemic. So assessing our internal wisdom. Desiring for connection to others. Bringing ideas home to sit with them. Refining our spiritual belief through constant reflection. So we learn all these higher ideas in Sagittarius, and then Gemini, and we consider them. We think about them relentlessly. So what we're moving into, now we're moving into Taurus North Node, Scorpio South Node, and those are F in reverse, but I'm not going to stop the presentation now. Just remember we're going from the right to the left on the screen. So, how are they the same? They're both fixed energies, set. Stubborn. They're both really invested in whatever that they undertake. They're not going to go half-ass. They're both patient and can wait like a crocodile until the animal moves on the top of the water. They're both private. They don't really need to be out in the world. They're sort of introverted. Their needs are introverted. But they can both get stuck really easily. Like I thought I would know way more about Taurus and Scorpio than I would about Gemini and Sagittarius, but I couldn't come up with a lot of stuff for these guys. Either way, we're going to keep going. So what do they want? Taurus wants to be comfortable and eat and be surrounded by beautiful things. Scorpio wants to dig into this wound until it gets past the scabs and all the soft tissue down into the bone. Scorpio wants to uncover. Now, where do these things matter? Taurus matters more in the physical world, like we're the 3D world, and Scorpio kind of exists more in the psychological or mental world. Even the spiritual world, intuition and that kind of thing, it doesn't come from necessarily knowledge. It comes from some place that's not in the physical world. You didn't learn it, it's just there. It's just there, and that's what we're going to get to with this whole nodal shift. So the axis between Taurus and Scorpio could be seen as realizing the value of what we have exposed, building with conviction, becoming comfortable with our personal power, bringing the unseen world into tangible reality, not being reactive, not jumping instantly, accepting newly unearthed truths as valuable. So seeing the value in what was hidden, a fact. So these are some things I think should be coming up with the nodal shift for the next 18 months. Long buried political stains being uncovered and accepted by the people for what they are. People will probably desire retribution for those things. Scorpio's pretty salty. Hopefully the Taurus energy we're walking into will be kind enough to say, let's just pursue our own goals and our values and say fuck these people. I expect to see a valuing of personal increase. I am responsible for my own world, and I can take control, and I can make the changes I want to see. Clarity on many views about what to value and who to trust. Trust people. They analyze you. They're gonna consider why you're taking the actions you're taking, and by having that assessment, it gives you a better understanding of who's going to be beneficial to you in your life. Disruption and take you out of your comfort zone. So introversion is a choice. I think people are going to be less inclined to want to be social in the coming months. Increased action towards becoming self-sustaining. So I think that it's very possible that with, we already see like the people who are trying to live off the grid and shit. But I really think that we're going to see an increase of that, like farming and maybe even hunting, trying to make a way to find that comfortable spot without other people being in control of it. Scorpio never gives up control. And I know we're moving away from the South Node, but we will be taking those lessons with us. So we can see physically digging up your value, sunken treasures and hidden ancient civilizations. A pursuit of personal psychological understanding. Nothing is more comfortable than sitting with yourself when you really know what you are. Once you accept your flaws and all the trash that makes you a human, it's really easy to pass those things and really see yourself and be comfortable with that person. So I expect to see things we can't touch gaining in tangible ways. So that could be understanding psychology. Knowing who to trust could be something we can't touch that will gain tangible value. Breakthroughs in the study of consciousness. I really think this is going to be something that we see in the next 18 months. It could be coming through the mushroom microdosing for psychology or medication. It could come through any type of thing. Like, I'm expecting to see ghosts and all sorts of shit really coming through and being measurable. So a revival of the ancient arts I would expect to see. Also, I thought maybe some negative things I should throw in there. Maybe a fear of change or an inability to change. It could come out, definitely. So I think we already touched that one. Oh no, I went the wrong way. Okay, we can erase that. So I would also expect to see, this is just something that Candace from Beyond the Veil Tarot, I think I spelled veil wrong. Anyway, Candace thinks that we're going to see Atlantis coming out in the next couple of months, and that's due to Jupiter and Neptune being in Pisces. I think that with Scorpio and Taurus being the nodal axis that we're on, there's a really good chance that she could be right, or something very similar, but I'm hoping for her sake that it's Atlantis, and I'm going to link to her channel in this video. I expect to see some information on extraterrestrial life being dimensional or more of a psychic experience than way before we see the government admit that they're physical entities. I expect that we will explore the consciousness component before we explore the physical life form component. And I think that that's going to teach us a lot about ourselves and about the world. We're looking at finding new value or beauty in the things that have been deeply buried from the past, internally and within the physical world. Thank you for joining me for this presentation. Like, share, and subscribe, bitch. And let me know what you think. I hope that you're able to manifest great things in the coming 18 months. Peace out.